Ghostipping, a podcast where we uncover stories, dive into creativity, and bring you closer to the magic of behind the scenes.
That's right, Aulia. And today we have a very special episode lined up for you who stays at home. We're not just talking about any movie. We're talking about Sekawan Limo, a film that has sparked so much curiosity, excitement, and even a bit of mystery.
Sekawan Limo is more than just a movie. It's a story filled with twists, emotions, and unforgettable moments. And today, we're going to give you exclusive insights into what it takes to bring such masterpiece into life.
That's right, Aulia. Exactly. We'll be chatting with the creative minds behind this project, from the freelance directors to one the talented actors. Plus, we'll be sharing our honest review and reflecting on what makes the movie so unique.
And that's not all, ghosties. Prepare your popcorn, because you'll also get a sneak peek into the journey of leading such an extraordinary project. But hey, let's not give everything away right now. Let's kick things off with some introductions. I'm Aliyah, as usual, one of your favorite hosts.
And I'm Cahya, your favorite host. Together, we'll take you on a fun, exciting journey to explore the magic of filmmaking and the story behind Sekawan Limo.
But before we dive into the conversations, how about we give you ghosties here and at home a quick glimpse of what all the buzz is about.
That's a good idea. Here's the official trailer for Sekawan Limo. Sit back, relax, and let yourself get immersed in the world of this incredible story.
Ojo noleh nang mburi. Engko ono sing meloki mitos nomor 1 nang Gunung Madyapura.
Sekawan limo, lek misalnya basa Jawa halus, sekawan niku artine papat. 5 wong munggah Gunung Madyapura, sing wong cuman papat, sing siji iku demit.
Len, waduh kamera Len.
Pasti no gak ganjil, bareng-bareng tapi genep. Kudu genep mas, gak oleh ganjil.
Apa iku sing lewat iku? Apa aku gak delok apa?
Pokoknya aku wis mulai paham, kenapa awake dhewe kok akhirnya iso kok ngene iki. Iki wis ana sing melok.
Itu teleknya Mas Juna bukan? Kalau beneran ini teleknya Mas Juna, berarti dari tadi kita muter-muter.
Menurutmu siapa yang jadi demitnya?
Siapa ya hantu? Ojo aneh-aneh.
Aku pas munggah wingi lapo. Ono mitos sing mau langgar iki jelas iki.
Surah lho Mas iki Mas. Piye to iki, Bah?
Iki menguwet. Permisi, amit. Numpang nanya, Mbak.
What? What did you say? Mbak? Don't call me Mbak.
That trailer was amazing, wasn't it? I'm already feeling so inspired. Now I kind of want to know what our ghosties here have to say about the trailer. Maybe the girl with the ponytail right there? Okay, can you please tell us what do you think about the trailer that you just watched?
The trailer is so good, but I think the film will have more jokes than ghosts.
Oh, okay, I see. What's your name?
Tania,
Okay, thank you so much, Cahya. Cahya, what's your take on it?
absolutely captivating, Aulia. It's a kind of trailer that leaves you wanting more. And guess what? Today we're making that more happen by bringing the brilliant minds behind the film.
Yes, you heard that right, ghosties. Joining us today are two very special guests. First, we have the talented pretend director who brought this story to life, and alongside them, one of the stars of the film.
Let's give a warm welcome to Bayu, the brilliant mastermind behind the camera. Come on, director.
Welcome, Bayu. We are so thrilled to have you here with us today. It's not every day that we get to sit with people who create such magic on screen.
Totally. I can't wait to learn all about the journey of making Sekawan Limo and what it's like to make such a unique story.
All
Hi guys, I'm Bayu, and I'm sitting here not just as an director, but also an actor. It's an honor for me to be invited here.
Okay, alright, that's too much sweetness right there. Okay, now let's dive deeper into the making of Sekawan Limo movie. First up, how long did the production process take? It must have been quite a journey, wasn't it?
The filming process of Sekawan Limo took about 3 weeks, and we worked quite intensely, especially when the cast and the team did outdoor scenes. So a lot need to be conditioned, and such as checking the weather conditions, checking equipment, and player readiness, and other.
Wow, it's pretty tactical for film. Literally, you were able to give birth to such a movie. That was epic. Speaking of the story itself, what inspired you to write Sekawan Limo? The mix of family tradition and friendship is so unique for me.
The main inspiration came from the family stories that I have often hear from the people around me, including my parents. Family is often believed because it becomes a kind of unwritten rule. So I was interested in combining the element with a strong friendship story to make it more attractive with audience.
That's such a cool concept. The way you can combine them both is just chef's kiss. But how was your experience directing this project? Was it everything you expected, or did it surprise you in, maybe some ways?
It was definitely a challenging and amazing experience for me. Starting from how I managed the team, organizing the cast, making sure my vision was translated well by the cast and the crew, and also had to focus more on developing my storyline in the movie. It wasn't always easy, but I was very rewarding for me.
Managing a team and giving a creative vision, it makes sound like a balancing act. By the way, do you think this family story has a basis in real life?
Many family stories in circulation to come from local beliefs, and family is raised as a prohibition or taboo in Indonesia. In Indonesia itself, it is widely known. Besides in Indonesia too, a place must have its own rules. So whether it really exists or not, I think it depends on their respective beliefs. And but that element makes the story more interesting and be closer to the audience.
That's true. I definitely agree with you. It adds more depth to the story. But I'm also curious about you. What was the biggest challenge you faced during production? There's always something that keeps you on your toes, right?
I think the biggest challenge I face is how here I do a double role of being a director and also a cast. And so I have to divide my focus and do it as well as possible. The second is that we also to adjust our condition to the outdoors, which must to be conditioned further related to the weather, as well as the use of regional language, as we know is Japanese language, that needs to be considered so that message can be conveyed properly to a wider audience.
It did really believe to be managed to portray two perfectly. I can imagine how tiring that will feel like if I were you.
Yeah, it was definitely challenging, but I like challenge and I'm always up for it.
But the great mindset of an actor and a director, okay now, when we're talking about masterpiece and art, we know that they are subjective, right? Many people have different options for them. Some could be afraid
want to say big thank you for you all guys for watching the movie and leaving this comment. I'm gonna say very big thank you for you. And I'm really happy to hear that some parts made you laugh and even cry. That means the movie managed to touch your emotion, right? And about the jump scare and the predictable storyline, I truly appreciate the feedbacks. As a director, I'm always learning and working to create even better films in the future.
Alright, we've got another comment in here that say the plot twist will not happen until the beginning. If that's the case, we'll know which one is not human. How do you respond to this one?
Observation for me. Honestly, we did consider different ways to reveal the twist. But in the end, we chose to give a little hint at the beginning to build a suspense and let the audience have that aha like that. And as the story unfolds, it always a balancing action between surprising viewers and keeping them engaged.
You are definitely right. I've never thought of that as a viewer of a movie before. Okay, here's an interesting comment, another one. It comes from Alfaryan. It says something like, I just feel like harsh words are really emphasized if a film is made in original language. I'm just surprised, even though the Japanese language isn't just about rude words. I'm just afraid that over time, rude words will become normalized. What's your take on this one, director?
When we were working on Sekawan Limo movie, we tried to portray the dialogue in a way that felt authentic to the character and their setting. Harsh word can sometimes be a part of that authenticity, but we definitely didn't mean to suggest that the Japanese language is defined by it.
Okay, I have another, and this one is pretty direct. Does anyone want to watch a film like this? It sounds like a challenge, right? What do you think about this comment?
I get it. Not every film will appeal to everyone, and that's completely okay. Sekawan Limo was made to those who enjoy a mix of suspense, local character, and also a touch of humor. If it's not your cup of tea, that is totally fair. But for those who are curious about exploring regional stories or want to experience something new, I'd say give it a shot. Who knows? And you might ending up liking this film more than you expect.
You're definitely right. We just have to give more shot, right? Great mindset. Lastly, what's the core message you want your viewers to take away from the movie that you've made, which is Sekawan?
Since we know that the genre of the movie is horror combined with the comedy, I want to say for the audience to feel that Sekawan Limo is not just a horror movie, but also about importance of friendship, trust, and courage to face fear, so that the moral message and local culture flows in the movie will be conveyed.
That was a beautifully said by you. I'm sure the audience will walk away with a mix of chills about feeling about friendship.
Wow, Bayu, that was such an eye-opener. You've definitely got us all hyped for Sekawan Limo. All that behind-the-scenes magic, we cannot wait to see it on the big screen.
Right? It's amazing to hear the stories here from the mastermind himself. But hey, we're not stopping there because we have someone super special today.
Ladies and gents, my ghosties, I need your help on this one. Let's all chant her name together. hard for you in playing the character Lenny?
That's a good question. My biggest challenge is playing Lenny's actor, was balancing the two sides of Lenny. Lenny is a tough and independent woman, especially when she's with the children in the village. Lenny also a hidden vulnerability that I have to highlight, and I want to portray and show the conflict in a way that feels natural and not insensitive.
And yeah, I was there, and I can tell that wasn't a challenge because you overcome it very smoothly, and I didn't even realize you were struggling. Right?
Thank you, baby. It took a pull up, but I bet you nailed it. Now, I gotta ask, did you get any spontaneous moments on set? You know, these moments where the screen goes out the window and you just go with the flow. Of course, I did a lot of that. One scene that I remember the most is when Lily is deciding whether to end her taboo with her friends or not. I did a little touch. Example is like between her eyelids or looking down for a moment to show Lily is in the struggle. Those actions weren't in the script, but I think it was something Lily spoke naturally to.
Yes, that's definitely a great mindset. I think that is the one that makes the character feel so much more real. Okay, now I'm really curious, Lenny. What was your most intense or memorable moment while filming Sekawan Limo movie?
In the Sekawan Limo movie, of course, there were many memorable moments, but during our film, the most memorable one was the flashback scene. You know, when Lenny's passing was revealed, it was hard because even though it wasn't directly in the film, I could feel how important it was to show her hidden fear, and that moment really helped me connect closely with Lenny, but to the point where I still remember how Lenny felt and reacted.
Oh, that's definitely my most intense part too, in my opinion.
Oh, I can only imagine how intense it's been. So, in your own words, what role does Lenny play in Sekawan Limo? I think Lenny is someone who like the emotional anchor in the group. She's not someone who likes romantic decision, but letting her best friend Karen really complement the dynamics of her friends. Lenny teaches us strength is not always about being tough, but can also be about being soft but still looking strong.
Oh, I love that. She's definitely the unsung hero. Now tell us, what message do you want to send to the audience through Lenny's character?
What I want to convey to everyone, I want people to understand that even those who appear strong at the outset can have moments of vulnerability of fear. My stories is a reminder to not judge others based on their appearance, because everyone must have their own struggles.
Yeah, I agree with that. Each character in this movie also have their own unique story.
That's such a powerful message, Nanja. Now, it's a big question. How does it feel to see the final product of Sekawan Limo after all the hard work? Honestly, Sekawan Limo is a mixture of relief, pride, joy, and happy. Lenny is the one who determines everything, but I'm so happy to be able to play Lenny in the film. And emotional to the story. Up until now in this film, I feel sorry.
Oh, and it shows. We can't wait for the audience to feel the same connection to Lenny. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us, Nadia.
Yes, Nanja, you've given us so much thing to think about. You and Bayu has made us even more excited for Sekawan Limo. I'm sure the audience will love what you created. Oh, thank you so much, guys, and I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so happy to hear everyone's opinions, and I hope everyone feels studies this after watching this film, and that this film can inspire everyone. It's been an amazing journey. So earlier we talked about the director and actors, right? They have shared a lot about the filming process and their experience with this company. Now I'm really curious about each of your personal horror stories. I'm sure all of you must have had some strange experience, right? So, let's start first.
Oh, I've got a real scary story, Cahya. But before that, have you guys
during the filming. When we were filming in the forest, there were so many scary stories with the crew and cast. There were strange incidents like hearing footsteps, like someone was following us. I thought at the time it was just the weird monsters in the filming, but still I got to feel something.
Yeah, seriously, one night while we were filming in the forest, someone heard a knock.
That's very scary.
Yes, like the knock in the door, but there was no one around us, and everyone went quiet and no one dared to check, and it really made the atmosphere weird.
Wow, I can totally imagine that. It must be really scary. But speaking of filming, I also have a story. So, when I was camping with my friends, I had footsteps outside the tent. I thought it was my friend who had gone out. There was no one there. That really scared me.
That was so scary, Cahya. I've got a story too. When I was little, I used to stay at my grandmother's house, which was said to have a lot of weird things happening. One night, I heard a loud knock on the window of my room. I opened the curtains, but there was nothing. It looked like something invisible, but you could still feel its presence.
Wow. The story is very Aulia. Stories like this are really exciting, but sometimes I think these horror stories could just be our own impressions, right? Because when we read the story, we can scare even though we didn't experience them.
Exactly, Nadia. But sometimes there are things that can't be explained yet. And like we were filming, I and the crew heard someone laugh, but no one was looking. And that really made me think twice about that.
Yeah, definitely. If I were you, I would also do the same thing. When it happens, I usually just think, forget it, don't overthink it, just run. I always thought of that.
If I experienced something like that, just in a creepy place, if I was me, I would just run away like I did. We can do that when we filming Cahya, or we filmed in Tiptoes, but you can just run away like that. But seriously, it's not just the shooting location that makes us scary. Sometimes, small things can also make us scared.
Totally. For example, when I was at an house, I felt like someone was following me, but no one was there. That's the kind of thing that makes us feel really uneasy, right?
Wow, we sit in an empty house. It's crazy. If I were there, I'd feel alarmed. And at least I think twice about what we need to do.
I remember when I was little, a friend of mine told me that they once played in an abandoned house that was said to be haunted. So when they were inside, the door suddenly slammed shut. And not just that, they also heard a creaking footsteps. There was no one around. No one at all.
That's unforgivable. I also heard a story that someone saw a shadow pass by. When they looked, there was nothing there. Wow. Your story is really scary, but in my opinion, if we hear story like that, we become worried and eventually scared.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it's just because of a story, and we get scared, really scared. But when we hear the scary stories with our friends, right? And it's a lot even more fun and not as scary, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we end up laughing together when we remember those creepy stories with our friends. But still, in the middle of the night, nobody wants to go to sleep alone.
Yeah, I think sometimes a story like that makes us even more scared, but if we listen to them first, it really scared me so. I'm not scared anymore.
Exactly, guys. It's so much fun, especially when you listen to horror stories with your friends. It feels lighter, right? But guys, before we wrap up this episode, I'm actually very curious. Do you have any messages for our listeners, ghosties at home, ghosties in here as well, who might be shivering after hearing our stories? I'm sure a lot of people are feeling the chills right now, as the stories we just heard.
Yeah, that's totally true. My message is don't be too scared to the unseen, right? Okay. Sometimes our fear comes from our own thoughts, right, which we blow out the proportion. But still, don't let your guard down. Always stay alert. If something feels off, it's better to check it out, right? Who knows? Maybe it's just the wine or something normal. Noise making us overthink about it.
I just really like it. And don't forget, sometimes horror story as the result of your own experiences or past. Once we start to think about the scary things, everything we hear or see starts to seem strange and scary. The key is don't let the scare you too much. So just enjoy those scary stories in a relaxed way, like it's just like right?
Yeah.
And what makes it fun, not just the horror, but how you face the fear together.
Right.
That's right, and most importantly, don't let the scary stories keep you burdened or keep you up at night. Because in the end, life should be enjoyed. If you can, don't overthink it until it scares you. Scary can also be fun when you have someone by your side, right?
Yeah.
I definitely agree.
So if you heard a horror story and start to feel scared, try to remember it's just a part of the film and the fun of the experience. Because what matters isn't how scary the story is, but how we enjoy the exciting moment with our friends, right?
Exactly. So guys, if you're listening to us now and feeling goosebumps, just realize it is all just part of the fun of life. And the most important message from us is, and don't forget to watch the movies coming up in your favorite cinema. Thank you so much for your energy, for sharing your horror stories with us. You guys are amazing guests. I hope our ghosties enjoy these exciting stories.
And for our ghosties who are here right now, watching this podcast right now, right in front of us, I have a very exclusive feature that you guys can use. The one that's definitely going to make the ghosties at home kind of jealous. I open a question. Anyone who wants to ask, you can just raise your hand. Okay, we have one right here. What's your name?
My name is Aulia.
And I want to ask you as a director of Sekawan Limo films. So, are you planning on making a new horror movie for the upcoming time? Thank you.
I'm sorry, and I would say that is still be a secret for me, and you just wait for the future movie.
Okay, thank you so much, Aliyah. So as you guys can hear, it's a secret. But don't worry, because whenever there's a new movie comes out, we, Ghostipping, is always ready to review it to you all. And to our lovely ghosties at home, I hope today's story made you laugh hard, entertained you, and maybe give you a little chill too. Don't forget to share your own horror stories with us, and who knows, we might talk about them in our next episode. Oh, and of course, don't forget to watch the movie Sekawan Limo. That will surely amaze you ghosties at home.
Totally agree, Aliyah. See you in the next episode. Ghosties, thanks for tuning into our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button below. And don't forget